Hello folks, this is Sullla again, and you're listening to another video for League of Legends, this one featuring Annie. This is taken from a recent normal game that I played, so 5v5 normal, playing with a pre-made team, but not a custom game, so these are against all people we don't know. You can see I'm playing as Annie, and I'm matched up alongside Cole, who's playing as Cho'Gath, alongside Pocket Beetle, who's playing as Nunu, with Developed X, who's playing as Ashe, and with Seirun, who's playing as Alistar. So you can see our team lineup here. We're now faced up against a Xin player, a Sion player, a Katarina player, a Teemo player, and a Galio player. So we should be just about done on this loading screen. One thing to note is their team, for whatever reason, has decided not to take a jungler. So no jungler once again on this enemy team. It seems as though right now when I play normal games, about half the time the enemy team will have a jungler, half the time they don't. I'm not sure why a lot of these people don't take junglers, but that's their decision, I suppose. Now, in terms of what we're trying to do with our setup, we are going to have Seirun play Alistar, and he's going to be roaming as Alistar. That is, instead of staying in one lane, he's going to roam around the map between different lanes. So we have taken 3 different champions, all of whom are capable of soloing. We're going to have Developed Ashe take a solo lane, I'm going to have a solo lane, and then Cole's Cho'Gath is also going to have a solo lane as well. And then Pocket Beetle will be jungling with Nunu, and Seirun will be roaming around the map with Alistar. And as such, he's decided to take boots first as part of that. If you're going to be roaming, you really probably want to start with boots first. So this is our setup. One other thing I guess I can mention is somebody said while we were playing the game that this is one of the biggest try-hard teams they had seen in quite a while. That is, all of the champions here are considered to be very much sort of top tier in the current metagame. Annie, one of the most highly prized ability power casters. Ashe, one of the strongest attack damage champions and has been for ages. Alistar, highly prized, considered to be one of the best roamers. Cho'Gath, very well liked a lot as a tank right now, particularly as a tank who solos. And then, of course, Pocket Beetle as Nunu. Nunu, just a very strong jungler. So, anyway, particularly with no other jungler in the game, with his ability to invade the enemy team's jungle, it should be pretty strong. So, anyway, we thought our lineup was pretty good overall. In terms of the enemy team's lineup, because they don't have a jungler, they're going to be doing a solo lane in mid, and then 2 people in each of the side lanes. So, I'm going to be playing in a 1v2 lane, and Cole will actually be doing the same with Cho'Gath. Fortunately, Cho'Gath, one of the better champions at a 1v2 lane. Annie, not the greatest in the world, but certainly can do it. And if you've watched my videos, I've done it a whole bunch of times before. So anyway, over here, you can see Pocket Beetle, I believe, started at Wolves and ate the large wolf with his consume on Nunu, and then now Develop's going to give him a hit here. It looks like Develop didn't want to use this crit there. It looks like he just volleyed on the golem. Seirun's going to start out here top with me. So in middle, it's going to be, let's see, it's going to be Katarina against Ashe. That's a bit of an interesting matchup. Katarina starting with the Doran shield. Down in bottom lane, Teemo is here. Let's see, Teemo with Doran's blade. Cole has the regrowth pendant for a health regen. Meanwhile, in terms of the other lane up here, you can see Sion is here, Xin is here. Let's see, Sion has cloth armor and 5 health pots. Kind of a weird start for Sion. Kind of an interesting starting item for him. And then Xin has a Doran shield. But fortunately, their armor won't do anything against me since all my damage is going to be magic as Annie. Now, I am just going to be pushed back to my tower by these guys. What they really should do is they should not attack the minions at all. If they just only last hit, they could do a really good job of zoning me, but they're not going to do that. Anyway, over here, Seirun was going in trying to get a kill on Shield, that Katarina player, but wasn't able to get it, and Katarina actually killed him with Ignite. Seirun taking a shot or 2 from the tower. So that was a little bit unfortunate. Looks like Teemo and Galio are down in bottom lane, although we haven't actually seen Galio yet so far in this game. So anyway, as I was saying before I went to check out the action mid, what this team really should be doing is they should be like not attacking the creep wave at all. They should just be trying to zone me back as much as possible. They can deny me gold and deny me experience. If they hold the if they keep the minion wave right here, I can't really come out to challenge them because Sion can stun me, and then the instant Sion stuns me, Xin can, you know, start doing all of his burst damage against me, which is quite a bit since he is a rather strong melee damage per second, melee DPS champion. But for whatever reason, they're auto attacking a lot. They're pushing this lane, pushing it back towards my tower, and as long as the minion wave is like right here, I'm pretty safe for the most part. Not completely safe, but relatively safe. Another thing that I noticed was, for whatever reason, they're playing very defensively overall here in the lane. Like, Sion hasn't even tried to stun me even one time. So, like, right now, I'm just going to try to farm these minions. Going to use my Incinerate to hit that minion wave. Now, I want to get the ones at the tower. There we go. And, again, just trying to farm these minions as best I can. Not doing the best job there, but I was able to get most of them. Meanwhile, down here, we have Jungler Gank coming in. You can see Seirun is going to hit on the Pulverize, going to get the kill on that Galio. So nice job, Pocket Beetle coming in. He has double buff there, red and blue. Going to hit on the slow, and then Seirun's going to get the Pulverize for the stun. I'm not sure if Cole landed a Rupture there or not, but they're going to score a kill in that bottom lane. So even though we did give up the first blood in middle lane, which is a little bit silly, Seirun just made a mistake there. His ability to go down to bottom lane and score a kill there is pretty nice. And now you can see the jungle invasion, Seirun roaming around the map again. Pocket, no fear of just going into the jungle and taking their blue. Excuse me, my voice is a little bit off there. No fear of going to the jungle and taking their blue, since of course they don't have a jungler. Anyway, up here, as I said, these guys not playing aggressively for whatever reason. I am having a little trouble farming just because it is a 2v1. I have to play back defensively. I have to stay in range of the tower, but for whatever reason, their Scion player, I don't know if he just hasn't played Scion before, but not stunning me, which is a little bit weird. Like, you would think that he would just charge up his shield and then stun me, and then he and Xinjiao would go in and engage and, you know, just burst the living daylights out of me, but not doing it for whatever reason. So I'm being able to farm not tremendously well. You can see I'm kind of behind in terms of farm, only 19 minion kills, but again, I do have to play a bit defensively. Anyway, right now, Pocket and Seirun, you can see coming here mid, looking to go after this Katarina player. Want to go and try to get it the kill here. We're foiled a little bit earlier when Seirun came to this lane, but looks like he's still hanging around. Oh, no, never mind. Going back to base. I thought he was looking to go in there. Pocket Beetle just still hanging out, trying to farm the jungle. Anyway, still mostly just trying to keep the focus here. If you notice how these guys were sort of doing maybe a little bit more zoning for a minute there, but then they decided, nope, we're just going to start auto-attacking the minions. And they're going to, and notice how immediately they're going to push to my tower, and as soon as they push to tower, I can just farm up the minion wave. So all the danger goes away as soon as they do that. That kind of stunk there that minion died, but oh well. Anyway, now Seirun has gone back to buy. He's got boots and mobility. Pocket has not, but he does still have double buff. So we're setting up here in middle lane. You can see I've just hit 6. I'm charging up a stun. As soon as I have my stun, we're going to go in here and try to burst these guys down. So right now I've got my stun, have ignite and flash up. So right there, going to flash right into the middle. Somehow I missed against that Scion player. I don't know how that happened. I thought I hit him with the stun, but anyway, Seirun getting the headbutt on that Xinjiao player, and right now going to finish him off there. And we are going to score a kill there. So nicely done, a 3-man gank. And again, this is the advantage of the roamer. The roamer moves around between different lanes. Anyway, right here, Katarina going in. Katarina using her ult, using her Death Lotus, but going to cancel that with the Crystal Arrow. Going to cancel that and is going to pick off a kill there. So a nice 1v1 kill. Meanwhile, up here, we're going to continue pushing this lane. You can see I use my stun on that Scion player, and right there I tossed my ignite on him just because I knew it would get him really low, and then Seirun is going to finish him off and get the kill there. So some more nice combo work there. A little surprising, I thought Tibbers would actually take the tower aggression there when I started attacking at the tower, but as it turned out, the tower focused on me instead, and so I ended up taking tower shots. Had to back out, but Seirun was there to clean up the kill, and I was able to score the assist there. So now we've gotten 2 kills in top lane. That's going to help me out a lot. It's going to put me pretty far ahead in this lane. So again, the value of the roamer there, doing that. The roamer's job is to put the solo lanes ahead, and while Seirun unfortunately didn't really do that in mid, he unfortunately kind of put the Katarina ahead with that first blood. He's done a great job in bottom lane, helping get the kill in bottom lane, and now here in top, helping me get ahead. Anyway, right there you saw their Scion player teleporting back into the lane. A really unnecessary use of teleport. There was no reason to burn a teleport there. That lane was not threatened in the least, and now they're just going to push to my tower that much faster. As far as what I did, I picked up Catalyst and boots along with some extra health pots and a sight ward on my trip back. Since they're still out here, since the minion wave has not pushed to my tower, I'll use this time to go toss down that sight ward. I have the uptime. Could maybe have done blue, but looks like Pocket wanted to do it. Maybe we'll try to get me the blue next after this, but usually the first 2 blue buffs oftentimes will go to the jungler, and then after that you'll give the blue buff to an ability power solo on your team. Anyway, notice that they've sort of attacked this minion wave, so they've pushed it towards me, and that's going to allow me to farm this wave in safety. Notice how, once again, it's right back where I want it here. It's right back by my tower. I'm very safe here. See how they're just kind of milling around in the background? There's just not a whole lot they could do. If they were careful to only last hit and not nuke the minion wave with their skills, then they could keep the wave sort of out here, and then I wouldn't be able to farm. But by pushing it to tower, I'm able to farm. Anyway, over here, Shield is very low, and right there, Develop's going to finish him off, get the kill. Same thing again, Roamer and Jungler coming into the lane, instantly turning the 1v1 lane into a 3v1, allowing them to get that kill. So again, that's the advantage of the Roamer metagame there, and Seirun doing a nice job. Yes, he messed up at the beginning of the game, but otherwise has done a pretty nice job. over here, Galio getting into an engagement with Pocket Beetle's Nunu, and I don't know what this Galio is doing because the rest of the team is going to come over and help, I would think. Anyway, there's his ultimate right there, and right there I see the exhaust coming in, and Cole is going to feast him, so that was just a 3-on-1 there. Again, I don't know why he hung around the rest of our guys. You can see Cole doing a lot of damage here to this team up player. We don't see Cole's life bar. Oh, by the way, this is something that somebody pointed out to me in a video, is that you can see the life bars for people on your team over here on the side, even if it doesn't update on the replay. Anyway, right there, I went in and used Tibbers and tried to get a kill on that Scion player, but wasn't able to do it right there. I did use my Ignite. Came up a little bit short, but he did take a lot of damage, and so that's going to allow me to control this lane right now while he took that damage. Anyway, right there, going to go in, use my Disintegrate, Incinerate once again. He is getting pretty low, but he has popped his ult, so he's life-stealing a lot. He does have a Philosopher's Stone, too. So that was not a successful attempt at a kill. And then, did you see that? Notice how Shinzao and Katarina were coming up to kill me. And just, once again, guys, this is why you buy these things here. See this little sight word? Just saved me from dying right there. With the vision that gave me, I was able to back off and escape, and otherwise I most definitely would have died because I am not omniscient and I don't know when people are coming to get me if I don't have vision. So again, nice purchase there. Was able to go back. And unfortunately, it was sort of a bad time to go back because I wasn't able to buy anything. I was a little bit short of being able to turn some of my items into, say, a Blasting Wand or Needlessly Large Rod or Sorcerer's Shoes. Couldn't really buy anything, so all I did was pick up a couple more health potions. But there was no reason. I mean, I might as well go back because if I stuck around here, then I would have just gotten killed by that 3-man gank. So just get out of there, go back, make them waste their time walking up to the top lane. Anyway, not a whole lot else going on the map right here, but I am pretty far ahead of this Scion player. You can see that my Disintegrate Bolt will break his shield. It looks like it, so that's always a bad sign for Scion. If you get behind, that's what happens. So as Scion, if they're able to break your shield, that means you're in trouble because you can't really farm in safety in the lane. So anyway, right here, I'm going to go in, and there's Tibbers again, going to get hit on my combo right there. I don't have my, what is it called? Don't have my Ignite up. For some reason, I'm blanking on the name of the skill there. Anyway, Scion going to use his ultimate there, and Tibber's going to take a lot of damage. And there he is, goes down. So not going to get that kill, but I do have my stun up once again. And so as soon as Scion's shield comes down, I'm going to go in, Disintegrate, Incinerate, and look how low he is. He's very, very low, so I'm going to flash in. There's a Disintegrate Bolt, and going to finish him off there. Incinerate has been maxed. So a rather nice kill, I think. I mean, I screwed it up a little bit. If Incinerate had been up, he would have just died in the initial combo. But I waited for Scion's shield to go down, waited for that to, waited for him to not have that, and then flashed in and got the last hit right there. So pretty well done. The other reason why I could do that was, remember, this started as a duo lane, so Scion was getting duo lane experience initially and not solo lane experience, while I was getting solo lane experience the whole time. And then when Shinzao came down here to middle lane, when he came down here, he kind of left that Scion player in the lurch, left him by himself, and as soon as it was one-on-one, I mean, I had the leveling advantage and I had the farm advantage, so was able to get that kill. And of course, Annie is just really, really strong right now after her recent buffs. So anyway, elsewhere down here, you can see that Galio is using his ult at the tower, but Sarun is just going to use the Alistar ult to counter, and that meant that he didn't really take much damage at all and was able to just sort of walk out of there. So it doesn't look like it turned into a kill, but not all that dangerous, even though Galio was able to use his ult at the tower. Anyway, Shinzao did come up here, so I'm going to head back. I'm going to head back to buy. Again, it's not the perfect time to buy. I would have liked to have purchased a Needlessly Large Rod. I was a little short of that, but I can get Sorcerer's Shoes, get a Sight Ward, and some health pots. And notice that my Ignite's off cooldown again, so I can use my full combo with Tibbers and Ignite. Anyway, scored a kill down here on Teemo, was a little slow. Can't get to everything on the map, but the rest of our team was able to get a kill on Teemo right there. And having gotten the kill on Teemo, now they're going to go do Dragon, and should be relatively safe Dragon with Sarun and Pocket Beetle being here. Remember, they don't have a jungler, they don't have Smite, so can't really try to steal that. Anyway, up here, the Scion player was doing a nice job of keeping the minions sort of out here. He wasn't pushing, but because he's not pushing, I'm going to take advantage of this time and go do our blue buff, which is respawn. Blue, really good on Annie right now, as I said. With my current Annie build that I'm using right here, I'm not building cooldown reduction, I'm not building much mana regen, I'm just sort of relying on getting the blue buff and trying to get extra damage, extra ability power, extra mana, extra Sorcerer's Shoes for the extra magic pen. So notice how I had just enough time to do that and then get back here, and I'm getting here just in time, right as this wave is about to hit the tower. So I'm going to get experience for all these, and ideally I should be able to get gold for most of these as well. If I remember, I kind of messed up on getting some of these. I seem to remember missing a lot of this farm. So, yeah, you can see I've missed some of these and not doing the greatest job there. Yeah, like, see right there, missed another one. But, oh well. Anyway, over here, you can see Teemo invading our jungle, puts him in a very dangerous spot. Here comes Cole. So, let's see. Oh, nice arrow from Develop right there. Gonna get just absolutely blown up by Alistar and Cho'Gath. So, nice kill there. Don't know why Teemo was invading our jungle. Once again, we had vision on him. I think we have a ward in this brush, is that right? Or no, maybe not. Okay, but we did have vision on Teemo, and so we're just able to blow him up. And now that I have blue, I can play super aggressively. Notice how I keep popping this Scion shield every time my Q is up, and I'm just going to harass the living daylights out of this guy. I am not going to play friendly at all. See, he hasn't leveled up his stun, so it doesn't do any damage to me, while my skills do a ton of damage to that Scion. So, like I said, I'm just going to keep hitting him with Disintegrate every time it's up, and then I'm going to try to harass him down. You can see getting in some pretty good harass, although I miss on that Incinerate right there. Just totally missed on it. Anyway, my stun is back up now, so that means I can kill this guy if I do everything correctly. So let's see if I can do it. There's Tibbers right there. Incinerate, Disintegrate. There's the Ignite. And right there, you can see Sarune's going to come in and try to help me out. I do think I would have gotten that kill anyway. I mean, I don't know 100% for sure, but I think I would have gotten that. So we're going to score another kill and an assist and take this tower. So good stuff happening all over the place. 11-1 in kills, and we are well out in front of this game. So this is one game where the roaming metagame has really worked out. Their team has not been able to counter that. Sarune is 2-1-6. The 6 assists probably more important than the two kills. But the 6 assists, so he's been involved in 8 total kills already. Has been all over the map with those mobility boots. Now over here, Galio coming out. Galio getting in some good harass on Sarune. He is going to use his heal there to restore a little bit of that damage. And now that we have top down, our focus is going to shift to trying to get these other 2 towers. Cole taking a little damage from Shinzao with red buff there, so not sure how this is going to turn out. Looks like he's okay. Meanwhile, right now, I'm really strong, and right there, unfortunately, just missing on an arrow. If I had been a little quicker to react, I could have used my stun on Katarina when she shumpoed in there, but I wasn't expecting it. I probably should have been. And there I'm going to miss on Incinerate, so have not done the best job aiming that skill. Meanwhile, over here, Pocket is going in to invade, trying to take that blue buff once again. You can see that Shinzao is coming over, Galio is coming over, and there's the Galio ult, a pretty nicely timed Galio ult right there. But we're getting in a lot of good damage. Katarina coming in here. Cole going to get the kill. Now the health bar is starting to update. Pocket Beetle taking a lot of damage, but right here, there's the stun. We got anti-stun into a Cho'Gath Rupture, knocking him up, and then we're going to score another kill there right at the end of the fight. So we're going to go 3 for 2. 3 for 2, not the best. Could have done a little bit better there, but we were engaging a little bit out of position, I think. We were over in their jungle, but we were able to clean up some kills there. Still came out a little bit ahead. Maybe not as far ahead as we would have liked. And I'm going to send Tibbers in to start tanking this tower for us so that we can get in a few more shots. Again, Tibbers really good at tanking towers right now. It just makes him so strong. Sarune typing, have you seen Mob Bear? Tibbers. Anyway, Teemo coming down here, so I think we're going to back off. You can see developed is... What items has developed at? He does have a BF sword and Berserker Creep, so he's most of the way to an Infinity Edge, doing pretty good job. And then now I'm going to head back up here to top to make sure this experience doesn't go to waste. I should have backed maybe 5 seconds sooner. If you notice, if I had gotten there just a little bit sooner, I'd be getting this farm. Hitting that Teemo Mushroom's not going to help either. So I'm actually going to miss on the chance to clean up a lot of these minion kills here. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I am going to get experience for most of them, and that's pretty important as well. So yeah, that wasn't too good. Missed a lot of potential farm there, but oh well. Should have headed up here just a little bit sooner. In any case, let's see. Gonna hit on that Disintegrate, and I just need one more Incinerate. There we go. Gonna get those 2 and my stuns back up again. And with 2,800 in gold in the bank, I'm gonna go purchase right now. Gonna turn the kills and assists I've gotten into gold. Use it to buy some better stuff. So anyway, there's the Needlessly Large Rod. And let's see, what else did I get here? Blasting Wand, and then probably, yeah, another Sight Word and some health potions. So anyway, right here, I'm pretty darn strong for this point in time in the game. I mean, I could be a little bit stronger. I don't quite have Death Cap yet. That's what would make me even better. But I do have the Sorcerer's Shoes. So in terms of magic penetration, I do have 29 Spell Pen and then 15% on top of that. Not exactly sure how that percentage works with the flat Spell Pen, but I do have a lot of that. I do have Tibbers up. I am level 13, which should be highest in the game. Yes, tied for highest in the game. So I do a lot of damage with my spells. Like right here, notice how Katarina is over here. They're going to engage on Xin Zhao and blow him up. Meanwhile, I'm going to flash hit through Katarina, Tibbers ult, and then right there, just going to absolutely blow her up. So going to score that kill easily with that initiation. So that was just straight one-on-one there. Meanwhile, we were able to get the kill elsewhere, and then Cole is going to feast, going to nom-nom on that Scion, get another kill. So we're going to score 3 kills and just roll right over the enemy team here. And with most of their team dead, we're just going to continue pushing this. Now, we could go for Baron here, but we are going to push and try to get this inhibitor instead. See, like right here, Teemo comes forward, and I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea what Teemo is thinking there. That was easy kill for me to get. I did have my stun up. I made sure to try to have it up there. Right now, we probably should back this, but I think we decided we were going to keep pushing. This is getting a little greedy here. Keep pushing because they do have 4 members of their team up. But we're going to see if we can get this tower right here. I'm going to go in and get in my stun on that Katarina. We almost have this tower down, but now Galio going to get in a nice ult into a Xin Zhao ult. I'm trying to get out of this. Wanted to focus on Katarina, and I thought that I got off a stun on her to stop her Death Lotus, but apparently I did not. I thought that I was able to stun her, but nope, actually was not able to. My Ignite did finish her off after I was already dead, so I'm going to score that kill. Meanwhile, Cole and Seirun continuing to fight against the remaining members of their team. Right there, Galio very low. Seirun going to finish him off, but now we're trading deaths for kills, and that's not really what we want. Is Seirun going to be able to escape and get out of this? He does have those mobility boots, but they're not going to help him in the middle of a fight. And right there, doesn't look like he's going to make it out. He is going to hit the pulverize there. Is he going to be able to escape this? Nope, not going to be able to make it out of this. I can't imagine. Well, we'll keep watching, but no, there it is. Not going to be able to make it out. So in the end, I think we traded 5 deaths for 3 kills. I think it was 3 for 5 or something like that. So it definitely was not worth it in the end. As I said, we got a little greedy here. But we did get the tower down, so we gained some positional advantage out of it. Still, those are the kind of plays you want to avoid. We probably should have just gotten in a little poke on the tower and then backed out. Stuck around just a little bit too long and made a bit of a bad call there. So, oh well. Anyway, I was able to pick up Death Cap on my trip back. So, Death Cap, Catalyst, and Sorcerer's Shoes at the 20-minute mark. That's a pretty good situation to be in, but I do have the 7. I am 7-1-2, so you'd expect me to be in a pretty good shape as far as my build's concerned. Now I'm going to pick up this blue buff, not even so much for the mana regen, although it won't hurt as I spam spells, but more so for the cooldown reduction. See, the blue more or less maxes my cooldown reduction, takes me to 37%, so just a little bit shy of max. 40% is max cooldown reduction, and that's going to make me very strong for the fights upcoming. Anyway, have my stun queued up. Again, if you're going to play as Annie, make sure that when you're walking around, you always have your stun queued up. You never know if you're going to need it or not. It's better to have it up in case you need it than not have it and wish you did. Anyway, develop Infinity Edge. Looks like he's building towards Zeal for a Phantom Dancer, I think. Not 100% sure. Not exactly sure what he's building here. He does have the Brawler's Gloves, so he has a lot of critical strike. Cole building more or less straight tank. Frozen Heart, Heart of Gold. Negatron Cloak, looking pretty good there. 176 armor, 116 magic resist. Let's see who else. Pocket Beetle has Majai's and cooldown boots. Interesting. Anyway, Teemo getting caught out of position here. Another awesome arrow coming in from Develop. We got the initial slow from Pocket with his snowball, and then Develop just tossing in that awesome arrow. And poor little Teemo. He just had no way to get out of there. Poor little sad astronaut guy. Where is he? Don't know where the body lies, but anyway, this inhibitor is exposed, so we figured, well, let's just go for this inhib. Oftentimes you see people not do this. They, like, for some reason they charge into a tower and try to take a tower instead of just taking a naked inhibitor. So no reason not to just go take this inhib, and then if they want to fight us, you know, well, they don't have a tower here, so they're limited in what they can do. Anyway, if they go in, I'm just going to drop my ult on them here, but as it turns out, watch this, I'm going to make a kind of a silly mistake, and oops, just totally whiffed on that tip result, so that's a little bit embarrassing. Sorry about that, guys. That was not a good play to make there. So yeah, sometimes the ults look really nice, and sometimes you just really mess up. Anyway, while that was going on, Seirun did push bottom lane. He was able to take out that tower in bottom lane. This is kind of a bad position here, though. Notice how we're really spread out. I mean, Seirun was bottom lane. Cole is down here. We are in the midst of the enemy team, and this is just not a good position to be in. You can see they're engaging on Develop, and now I'm going to try to get out here, but there's only so much I can do. I am going to flash there, but with the whole team chasing me, I am in pretty bad shape right here. You can see they are going to be able to use their various stuns, and they're going to burst me down. And now Pocket is in the same situation. Pocket trying to save me, but the entire enemy team is here, and this is just not a good place to be in. There's the Scion stun. There's the Galio ultimate. I'm not sure they needed to use an ultimate right there. Katarina going to use his ultimate as well. Pocket going to ult at the tower, getting some nice damage, but that's 3 very unnecessary deaths there. Now, why did that happen? That was all due to the fact that we were just really split up overall as a team. There was no reason to be so split up all over the map. Just kind of silly. But anyway, Cole catching their Scion player right here. Gonna flash after him. Gonna try to feast. And not gonna get the feast, but they're gonna get the kill on the Rupture. So very well done there. I thought that was just hilarious when we were playing the game that he managed to score the kill there. Feast, not enough to kill him, but then the little Rupture spikes come out through the ground. The little Tremors effect. And that is what gets the kill. So pretty hilarious there. But anyway, as I was saying, not the best play there before. We really shouldn't have gotten picked like that. We just split up, and then they had all 5 people chase us. And, of course, 5-on-3 is going to take us down and kill us. So, a very needless fight. Again, that's sort of how you lose games when you're ahead, guys. When you make dumb mistakes like that, and you just hand the enemy team 3 kills. If we do that again a couple of times, then we'll let them back into the game. So, we're going to try to make sure that doesn't happen again. Right now, notice we have Vision on their team. They're all defending their base because we have the inhibitor down. So while they're off defending their base and we can see their team, we're just going to come over here and do Baron. I mean, they could come out and try to challenge us, but by the time, I mean, you can just see on the minimap, Gallia's here, Teemo, Shinzao is here, Sion's here. I mean, they're not close. They're not here. So anytime the enemy team gives you a free Baron, I mean, you really should take it. So they gave that one to us, and we just took advantage of it. So now we've taken Baron. That's going to score more or less a free level for everybody on our team. It's going to give us the extra damage, the extra ability power. Going to give us that nice mana regen. You can see going to give me 44 mana regen per 4. So just going to head back to base now. Going to convert the Baron gold into items. No reason not to. We did all get 300 gold from that. You can hear some people buying pots. I decided I would finish Rod of Ages, and then after that, I'm going to try to build a little more defensively. Rod of Ages is a good item to get. I said here at the 25-minute mark, it's still early enough in the game. I should be able to get the 10 gains from Rod of Ages every minute. You can, or maximum 10 gross. Should be able to get the full 10 gross. I mean, I would expect the game to hit the 35-minute mark. If it ends sooner than that, it's going to be with us winning. So, Rod of Ages still felt like a pretty decent item to buy for me. It does make me give me a little bit more survivability with 450 health. Don't really need it for the mana, but the ability power isn't bad either. So anyway, we've all gone back to buy. Here's the overall stats. The one thing that I would say about this game is I didn't farm that well as Annie. 116 is very low. I should probably be around 170 or 180. But in part, that's because the laning phase ended so early, and we took down the towers so quickly. We took down the initial towers so quickly. Kind of ended their laning phase. Anyway, we headed top. We decided, let's pick a fight top, because if we fight top, it'll be at an outer turret instead of a base turret, like over here. So that was the logic there. We thought we could sucker them into a fight, sort of out here, where their defenses weren't as strong. Anyway, I have Tibbers stun ready. I'm just waiting to go for it. And then right there, going to get the stun on Katarina. So, going to hit on, not actually going to use the Tibbers area of effect, so I'm going to take out Katarina first. Right there, we're going to interrupt that Galio ult, and you can see we're just absolutely blowing up this team right now. Anyway, Teemo is the only one still alive. We're going to go after him. He's going to flash away, but we're going to flash after him. Develop is slowing him with Ash Frost arrows. I'm going to get off with Disintegrate Bolt, and that is going to kill him, and that's it. That's going to be an ace. They're going to give up right there. So they wanted no more part of this game, and they're just going to surrender right there, and we're going to finish this one off. So a short game, but a fun game. Not the most intense game. Thought I would put it up here on the channel for you guys to enjoy. Okay, here are the stats for the game. I think everybody played pretty well overall. You can see most of the kills went to our various solo lane players. Myself as Annie, Developed X as Ashe, and Cole as Cho'Gath. So you can see we got most of the kills, and then our other players, Pocket Beetles, Nunu, and Sarun's Alistar, ended up getting most of the assists. So that's really the way we wanted to do it. Overall, I think I played pretty decently in that game. Could have played a lot better. I wish that my farming score had been better. 160 minion kills really is not enough, as Annie should have had more than that. I should have had a higher score there. But part of that is due to the fact that the laning phase broke down pretty early and we started team fighting at an early point in time. And then as Annie, you can't really farm that much because you have to hold your stun for use. So anyway, that's part of the reason why, but I do think I should have had more minion kills. I also had a really bad whiff on the 1-tip result, which was kind of embarrassing, and made some mistakes. So I certainly could have played better than this. I'm far from the best player, but in the end, it worked out okay. The key to this game, I really think, was the way that we were able to use the roaming metagame to our advantage. Seirun able to roam with Alistar. If you noticed, almost all the kills that we got in the laning phase was when Seirun and Pocket Beetle came together and were able to join up in a lane. So we had a 3v1 or a 3v2 situation. We were able to turn those into kills, and that put our solo lanes ahead. And once our solo lanes got ahead, they were able to get further ahead, and you could see the snowball sort of putting us further and further ahead in this game. So that was what we were trying to do, and ultimately it worked here. Alright, anyway, thanks again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to put a link to my live stream down in the comment section, so check it out. I can't promise it'll be on that often, but it will be on every Tuesday night. So if you're listening to this on a Tuesday, feel free to check it out. And I'll try to put a notice up on my YouTube channel whenever it goes live so you guys can check it out. So anyway, again, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Until I see you the next time, take care. Have a nice day.